Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited that you're here with me, and I'm going to say hello because it's a new day. It's a new way to be engaged in our health, our healthy longevity. It's a subject that's near and dear to my heart, and I hope it is also for you too, because it's not just the years in our life, it's the life in our years. I know that's an old saying, but I ascribe to that because it's all about mindset and how are we looking at our opportunities in life. So, what we're going to be talking about today is mindset and how does that affect our longevity? Also, rediscovering our purpose after we have had major life changes. And I'm sure you've had a lot, and I have had too. And daily mindset practices and personal reinvention. When things happen, we either succeed or we learn. And if longevity were only counted by years in our life, by another candle being lit for us, that's not life. Really, it's true longevity is the joy in our life, the purpose, and why are we here? Finding a way to make the world a better place. If we haven't met before, by the way, my name is Gail. I am a registered nurse, Gail Nichols. I am retired as a registered nurse. Now I'm a coach and speaker, and I'm also in the healthy longevity space. I help people that are 50 plus stay strong and sharp and thrive to 95 plus. I myself am 77, although I feel 27. I'm shooting to be at least 107 and possibly 127, but not just living, not just existing, but thriving, having joy and purpose. Because if we are in a proper mindset for life, where we're looking forward to each day and we have something that we're achieving each day, that helps us live a long and healthy life, longevity, healthy longevity. So cultivating positive emotions are really important. And if you're hearing me and you like what I'm saying, I'd really like you to give me a thumbs up and also just give some comments in the comment section below. Let me know any ideas that you have, and share this with friends that you feel that are also in that frame of mind, thinking about healthy longevity. It's so important to engage with friends and family and community and have those meaningful relationships. Quite often, when someone retires, and I've heard this from people in their mid 60s, they're retiring and they say, well, I'm old now. That really gets me. I'm saying, hey, you know what? You're only halfway there. Technically we can live to 120. How we live to 120 and what shape has a lot to do with the daily choices we make as far as what we eat and the exercise and so on, how we think about things. A lot of guys, when they retire, they say, well, my job is who I am and I'm not worthwhile anymore, so I'm just going to check out. But at 77, I'm living with joy and resilience. But if you're going to retire or when you retire, I don't plan to retire personally. I plan to keep going till the day I drop. But let's say that that's something that you like to do. Obviously, there's more to life. So maybe you want to travel or you have hobbies or maybe you're helping raise grandchildren. Whatever it is, if you have a reason to get up in the morning, that makes all the difference in the world and engaging in new activities. I know when my husband suddenly passed, it was a shock to me. It was not expected. We were together, we were joined at the hip for 36 years. And I mean, I was stunned. I thought to myself, now what do I do? Because we did everything as a team. We built businesses together, we traveled together, we talked to each other every day. And now that half of me is gone. It was it makes me cry still every day thinking about it. But also what I set my mind to is, okay, Gail, I'm now free to create a new me, a new beginning. Because it's not what happens to you that matters, it's how you respond to what happens to you, right? And as a nurse, I know that it's important to get up and get back in the race again. Something like that song from Frank Sinatra. So what I did was I started meditating and listening to Wayne Dyer and others like that that were so helpful. I spoke to a therapist a few times, just somebody to talk to. Because as a nurse, I was used to caring for other people. And it was so great to have someone care about me and ask me questions. And if you can be a help to somebody as well, just a listening ear, you don't have to be a therapist to do that. Just volunteer out there, find purpose in your life. because we all search for meaning as human beings. That's a normal thing. And feeling vulnerable about that's fine. That is expected. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to suppress it because that makes it worse. Let it out. Have a good cry. Go for a walk. And then find something else to do. Listen to some music, talk to friends, look for support, look for ways that you can grow personally. Look at transitions as opportunities. When that happened to me, when I lost Richard, I thought, okay, when I get up in the morning, what am I going to do with myself? So I scheduled something every day. As soon as I got out of bed, I got changed. I got into my exercise clothes. So 3 mornings a week, I put on my rucksack. It's like in the military, they have rucksacks. Well, this one has a 20-pound weight in it, and I go marching through the park, up and down the hills. Then I head for the gym and I do weight training. Did you know that starting when you're age 30, you lose 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every year. So by the time you get into your 70s, half of your muscle mass has shriveled up. It doesn't have to be that way. You can nurture it, you can revive it. And that's why it's important to push and pull and squat and do heavy lifting. I use the machines, which keeps me from hurting myself. And then the other mornings, I go play tennis 3 times a week. And that means that I'm dealing with friends that expect me to be there. So daily mindset practices help build resiliency. It's not a math problem, calories in, steps out, extra years. No, no. It's how you're building your life with joy. Your body craves consistency. So give it the consistent daily exercise. Purpose makes the hard work all worthwhile. I started journaling as well when I lost Richard. And I have 3 sections. I just bought a spiral bound big notebook, and every day I start a new page. At the top of the page, I say top goals. So I list about 5 goals in the present tense. I am achieving thus and so. And then in the middle, it says reflections. So I'm thinking about and writing down what I think about what's just happened or things that I had planned to do and how did it work out. And then the bottom third is gratitude. What am I grateful for? Grateful for family, for friends, for my community. And if I set daily intentions, and you do too, and use positive affirmations, that helps get us there. But there's physical resiliency as well. I mentioned I go rucking 3 times a week and in weightlifting. Another 3 days a week, I play tennis. And then on Sundays, I go paddleboarding. And I swim every day. I bicycle. I walk. So strength training, as I mentioned, is so important as we get older. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's very true. You don't want to go from walking to a cane, to a walker, to a wheelchair. No, you want to stay strong, be able to pick up your grandchildren, walk up those stairs, carry those groceries. So make sure you're doing strength training as well as getting out and getting some sunshine, listening to the birds. And when you eat, have protein at every meal. We need more protein as we get older, actually. I strive for 1 gram of protein per body weight. One gram of protein per pound of body weight is what my goal is. We need more protein as we get older. And that protects your muscle as well as your independence. If you can't lift yourself off the floor, that could put you in a dangerous position sometime. So also getting consistent sleep. I wear an Aura ring now. This is a ring that has little sensors in it. Some people wear a watch, but this calculates how much sleep I've had. I suddenly discovered I wasn't getting enough consistent sleep. Boy, has it ever made a difference now. I strive for 7 hours and I sometimes get there and sometimes I get better than that. But an hour of REM, rapid eye movement sleep, where you're dreaming and reconciling things, and at least 45 minutes of deep sleep, where you're power washing your brain of all the grunge that's in there. So important. So if you go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time every morning, that really is helpful for your whole body and your mind, because there's emotional resiliency too. If you feel anxious, just say, I feel anxious, and breathe it out. In fact, there's a breathing technique. It's called box breathing. You breathe in to the count of 4, hold it for the count of 4, breathe it out to the count of 4, pause for the count of 4. So box breathing, that really resets your nervous system. It goes a long way to helping you feel better, because strong bodies calm minds, and calm minds build strong bodies. So if you are thinking about mindfulness, think about when you're eating. Don't just eat and watch TV or read a book. Look at what you're eating. Be thankful for what you're eating, the color of the food, the crunch of it in as you're crunching it, or the taste of it, the savoriness of it, and give gratitude for having this in your life. Gratitude really shifts your focus towards appreciation. And if you have the combined effects of this, it really goes a long way. And when negative things happen, which happens to everybody, try to think about it as a learning experience. God, why did this happen to me? I said to myself when Richard died. All right, I'm set free now to do something with my life. What is my purpose? And I looked for people to help support me in that goal. My tennis buddies expect me to be there. I'm playing tennis tomorrow morning. We just texted each other saying, "Yes, I'm there. Yes, I'm there." So it's good to connect with people and make a difference, because even if you're just smiling at somebody or giving them cheerful, happy congratulations on something, they feel better just because you exist. If you have a project like your garden, a book club, something that is tangible, that goes towards making your life a longer, happier life. And journaling or just some kind of service that makes you feel good, that's terrific. So, as I mentioned, I was recently widowed. So now I focus on helping other people get through their transitions from their 50s. If we see a friend hurting, somebody else that's lost a loved one or going through a change, let's let's put our arms around them. Let's listen to them. Just a listening ear really makes a difference. You don't have to be a professional. Just be a friend. Discover a new purpose with them and for them. So if you have community engagement and relationships, that's everything. Please give me a thumbs up if you agree, or comment in the comment section and share this with someone that you think would like to hear this. So important to have self-care. Every Sunday morning, I go paddleboarding. I look forward to it all week. It's just me on my paddleboard with my little snack bag, quietly through the mangroves of Southeast Florida. And I pull up on a beach later and I have my little snack. I go swimming. I take my shoes off, my swim shoes, and I walk on the in the water on the sand, discharging that electrical energy. Walking on the grass does that too. Having a hot tub bath with some Epsom salts, just doing something, a hot cup of tea, whatever it is that makes you feel that you care about yourself. It is so important, as well as learning new skills and setting achievable goals. So, in conclusion, I want to thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure being with you. And if you see this is helpful to you, please share it with your friends. See me on my YouTube channel, Gail Nichols RN. My website's gailnichols.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to to give me a note, then please do. We would be happy to stay in touch with you, and have a great rest of your day and a healthy longevity.